going to be the last one. I have the feeling that we're going to do many more this year. A lot of them. I'm looking forward to it. Greg, you may open it.
Great, thanks, George. Thank you for everyone attending this call. It's great to see you all here. Happy New Year. It's going to be a great year with some amazing things on the horizon, StarHorizon. We're all really looking forward to it. Again, I'm Greg. I'm the CEO, so I will be heading the charge in this outfit. Just a quick background. I can see there's quite a few people that know me on this call. But for those of you who don't know me, I will give you a quick high-level overview, and then I'm going to hand it over to our two rock stars on this call, one being Nick Vandenberg, who's our Chief Marketing Officer, and Dominic Bojkovic, who's the lead developer and co-founder of StarVara, our exciting new project. So I'm Greg, I'm the CEO. I have 20 years experience in the gaming industry. I started off in the US market, founding a few of the first major online esports tournament products in 2008. It was really around the migration from local area network gaming, bringing that into an online arena, working with a lot of the big major gaming publishers in the US market around bringing this product to the forefront. Subsequently, I've been involved in a number of listed companies focusing in the mobile gaming space, specifically driving value in emerging nascent markets. And now we've joined forces with a truly incredible team. That's Dominic and Win, the co-founders of the StarVara project, who have been building out a true innovation in the MMO gaming space, which is a massive multiplayer online game, which Dom is going to take you through. It's something that I'm very excited about. We've been working on this project diligently now for the last 2.5 years, and I can honestly say that I've never ever seen anything like this in the gaming sphere. It really is a disruptive product that we're bringing to market, and we've got something very, very unique that we're bringing into the fold with the network layer, which is StarHorizon. More context to this call. So I'm very excited to introduce the product today, but we're going to start with Dominic, who's going to give you a high-level overview of the StarVara game, and then Nick Vandenberg is going to take it over and run you through a high-level overview of the StarHorizon product. Over to you, Dom.
Cool. Thank you, Greg. Just to give a quick introduction of who I am. I'm Dominic Bojkovic. I've been in the gaming industry for well over a decade now. I've worked with industry giants such as Nintendo and Microsoft, and I'm very excited for this project, which represents the culmination of 3 years of hard work and is part of our vision to build out the best and biggest sci-fi video game, with the goal of rivaling games like World of Warcraft, Minecraft, and Horizon Worlds, which, as you know, is Facebook's Metaverse Game. Without further ado, let me show you what we are working on. Let me know when you guys can see the share screen.
All good.
Cool. Yeah, so this is the character creation screen. This is where the user will create their avatar. For the demo purposes, there are only kind of 3 ones that we've built to choose, but every user will be able to generate their own avatar. They can make it based on themselves. They can make it as a fantasy version of themselves. It's highly customizable. All the clothes and items that you get in game, you'll see on your avatar as you dress them, and you'll be able to show them off to other people. As you can see here, this is our opening planet. It is a very naturally rich planet with thick vegetation. This is the sort of planet that players would go to gather raw materials. As you can see, I can come over here and I can start mining copper ore. All of the in-game assets are NFTs or ERC20 or ERC1155 tokens. So they're all interoperable on various blockchains, and you're able to trade them on secondary exchanges. Your wallet is immediately accessible in game at any point in time. So you can just open it up like that and scan the QR code if you want to send some crypto to it. Complete seamless integration, very easy to do. As we come around here, we can see our spaceship. You know, what is a space game without a spaceship? This is your mode of transportation. It's like your car and your access to the rest of the galaxy. As we climb in here, we can go from this small island on just one of our planets and tilt the ship upwards and expand out into space and get to see the vastness of the scale of the galaxy that we're creating. Our goal is to have over 100 planets on launch that players can visit that have various things for them to be able to do. On our left here, you can see some of these asteroids in this asteroid field with some blue crystals in them. Those are also resources players will be able to gather. They'll be able to have special mining spaceships that can go over and gather resources there. One of the advantages to having all of these resources on the blockchain and on these crypto backends is that we can create DeFi smart contracts that allow users to have speculative access to these virtual goods. So effectively, you could go long or short on rocket fuel in a game, which means as a non-gamer, you can interact with the StarVara, gaming universe through these smart contracts, through this DeFi financial instrument layer, which is very exciting. And to talk a little bit about our secret sauce and how we've kind of made this all happen, we've developed a proprietary server technology where we've optimized the server communication protocols at a byte level to effectively reduce the size of encrypted packets from about 2048 bytes to 16 bytes per packet. And this has allowed us to realize a 140x reduction in server costs. This massive reduction not only allows us to serve this game to millions of players simultaneously at a fraction of the cost of any of our competitors, but it also allows us to pass those savings on to the consumer because the bandwidth usage of this game is incredibly low. So normally a game, we're using about 3 megabytes per hour bandwidth to play this fully connected, massively multiplayer game. If you compare that to something like Netflix, which is using 1 gigabyte an hour, you can see how much more accessible this game is. From an accessibility perspective, we will be bringing the game to PC, Mac, Linux, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, Android, iPhone. It'll be on your iPads as well. And it's also going to be coming to VR and AR. So you can imagine this whole desert scene is in VR. You can walk around it. You can see other people. You can interact with them. Very immersive experience. As we come around here, we can see our Galactic Exchange. This is where players will be able to buy and sell crypto in the game. Right in the full version, these will have live crypto tickers, so you'll be able to see the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum live in the game. You'll also be able to auction off your NFTs, your in-game assets, your VARA tokens, and your bonds at this Galactic Exchange. To talk a little bit about what bonds are. So bonds are our subscription mechanism. Effectively, the game is free to play and free to try, where certain solar systems you'll have access to, and the rest you'll need a premium membership for, which you'll gain through our bond, which is a tradable subscription. Player users can buy the bond and trade it, but then they also burn the bond in exchange for membership. The bond is very important because it ties to our tokenomic model. Effectively, we have a VARA token, which is a limited supply deflationary token. And what happens is users are able to play the game through the bond, and 50% of the revenue generated from the bond will be dedicated to the tokenomics, where a third of that will be used to purchase VARA tokens and deflate the supply. And the remaining 2/3 will actually be distributed to those who are staking VARA tokens, so VARA token stakers. And that kind of communicates how the game mechanics influence the tokenomics, and they kind of feed each other, where the VARA token is benefiting from us having more players playing the game and vice versa. And that kind of concludes the video game demonstration portion. And thank you. I'll pass back to Greg.
I think just one before you drop off there, Dom, and I think a lot of the questions coming back, and I think it's important to note, is to go into a little bit of detail around the cosmetics in this game, the rare items that are built out into the game design, because in effect, that's really what we will be selling. And that's where the value lies in this product, where we talk about StarHorizon. So I think it's important context to just give them some backstory around the game design and how items Yeah.
All of the in-game cosmetics will be NFTs that you can see on your character, as you can see here, which is already just creating NFTs that have more value at a base level than your, traditional JPEG-based NFTs. But furthermore to that, we've got the cosmetics of the game tying directly into the game design in terms of how they're available to the player, in the sense that the user will do various activities in game that'll have a rarity and drop rate. And that rarity and drop rate then determines that a certain number of man hours need to be put into play for a user to be able to earn certain high-level items. And that in turn gives the high-level items real-world value, because the users have to either spend a large amount of time to acquire the item through doing a difficult in-game activity, or they can purchase the item from someone else. And that's one of these driving factors where how the game design enforces the value of cosmetics in the market. This is very similar to the systems that Fortnite uses to give cosmetics value in their markets. And it's very similar to how RuneScape does it as well. The big difference and the thing that's making us a world first is that we're going to be the first people applying these concepts of game design to a crypto and NFT backend, and adding a marketing layer to that as well.
Brilliant.
Cool.
Thanks, Dom.
Thank you.
Over to you, Nick.
Oh, thanks, Greg. Really appreciate it. Here we go. So, hi, everyone. Really looking forward to showcasing what the StarHorizon network layer is all about. Just a quick disclaimer in terms of the earnings, as we're going to be showing some of the components around the compensation plan. Just wanted to take a moment just to say that there's a disclaimer relative to the earning ability within the StarHorizon network. So what is StarHorizon? As you've heard here, StarHorizon is really the innovative network layer that is a massive multiplayer open network world, which has the exclusive rights to still StarVara the universe. And that's why this is so exciting. So everything that you've seen within StarVara, the open world universe, is going to be made available to you to be able to access and sell through StarHorizon. And that's really creating an incredible limitless earning potential in terms of really bringing the Web 2 and the Web 3 layers together through these NFTs, DeFi, and GameFi protocols. Why is that so exciting? Because if we had to take a step back in terms of what is the opportunity for the networkers? The opportunity for the networkers is really looking in terms of how the gaming industry has recorded record returns off the back of cosmetics and loot boxes on the basis of the rarity and the various mechanics that Dom has just spoken about. And it's really merging that in terms of the opportunity from a network perspective through both these brands. So StarHorizon is going to be able to sell the StarVara content set in terms of the digital assets. Why is that important? If you look in terms of where StarVara is positioned from a gaming perspective, it's certainly ticking the boxes in terms of the tokenomic plan. We have an incredible bond system that's creating the economy that feeds both the Vara token and the gameplay from a gaming perspective. The NFT sales, the cosmetics, the loot boxes are really adding to the economy and the opportunity there in order for the networkers through StarHorizon to be able to earn revenue. If we look here in terms of where we're at from a gaming revenue perspective, and this is just an holistic view of how big this opportunity really is, from the likes of Fortnite, Roblox, Overwatch, Modern Warfare. I mean, Dom, correct me if I'm wrong. We normally talk about this all the time. You know, you're looking at Modern Warfare and you're looking at Overwatch. These numbers were achieved in record time, not years, sometimes in weeks and in months. So it's really incredible to see how gaming is merged in terms of the new cosmetic world. And here it is, folks. This is what it's really about from a cosmetic perspective, why they have value. Dom's spoken about it in terms of gamers, such as myself, spending hours and hours creating rarity in these items through time that they've invested in these games. And that's really then setting the StarHorizon solution apart, in that they have the opportunity to be able to trade these items through their access packs that you're acquiring in this pre-promotional phase, and really obviously creating value in terms of both economies. And here it is, folks. I can't begin to tell you how exciting this is. We're in the pre-promotional phase. From a StarHorizon perspective, it's really around direct sales within an open world experience. Yes, you've heard it here first. We're going to be able to interact in the StarHorizon open world planet from March onwards, where we have the ability to be able to leverage the same character design creation component that's built into StarVara. And this is really going to be your extension in terms of your personality. What does it mean? It means that you're able to create your networking character. You're able to then personalize it through the various cosmetics and NFTs, and then at the same time, give you seamless access to your back office environment. So whilst we're onboarding customers now in the pre-promotional phase on a light onboarding through your phone, having access to your back office, the game changer is certainly going to be from March when we roll out the networking open world. This is how you're going to see the world. Obviously not with your network layer open, but you're going to be able to walk around and interact. We won't necessarily be having these Zoom calls anymore. You'll be able to have events. You'll be able to interact in this open world with other networkers around the world, and also more importantly, have seamless access to your back office functions. So here is an example of how the translation of the light onboarding flow through access from your mobile phone could be and would be an experience in terms of the new network layer that we're creating. And then further to that, as Dom's already explained, from a accessibility in terms of the crypto layer, it's ensuring that the crypto layer is there in the background when you need it. You have ease of access to it. So it's not always front and center. What is front and center is you building your network, interacting in the open world, and then having the crypto layer to be able to do transactions. From a technology perspective, we've already spoken about this in terms of the low-cost scalability. I just want to point that out for one moment, in that, as Dom said, you know, from 3 megabytes an hour, really this experience is accessible off the mobile phone in terms of the way that you're going to be able to grow your network using a low-cost solution. From a networking layer perspective, this gets me excited. I hope this gets you guys excited that's on this call. We're looking in terms of, because of our smart contracts, giving you instant access to your funds. This does happen through a process in terms of going through the KYC process. And then further to that, the payouts happen within a 36, 24-hour period. The reason being for that is that you're able to then cash out, go through KYC, and you're then able to have instant access to your money. From a node staking perspective, I'm going to explain that to you in a minute. We've got this great earn program that I'll cover right now in terms of the next slide, and really the smart wallet technology that's facilitating the payment onboarding and the transaction within the network layer. From a digital consumables perspective, same around what is a space exploration game without spaceships, just to showcase the depth of all the opportunity in terms of the various ships and the like available. There's a whole number of them that are going to be made available in the access pack. So the $400 pack and a $1,000 pack in terms of your access to the StarHorizon network, we have made these StarHorizon ships, exclusive ships available, different attributes. You're able to sell these in the months to come on the open market exchange. But just giving you an idea of the variety and the scale and the opportunity in terms of these digital assets. I'm very excited about this. These are some of the condos that are going to be available within the networking layer. Here you're going to be able to have your own eventing and your own experience in terms of networking amongst yourselves and obviously with your colleagues in your downline. Here's another example of the premium product range from a condo perspective. And then further, how these are actually built out. I can tell you, Alan and George were here at the head office on a global scale, and we were interacting in one of the lofts, and you know, the fish were moving in the fish tank, and we were having our meetings virtually, which is very, very exciting and to come in March. From a loot box perspective, if you're looking in terms of the packs, there are 3 packs available, $100, $400, and $1,000. We've packed that with immense value in terms of providing digital consumables and assets that are immediately available to you when we launch the next phase of this project prior to the launch of the open world. And here you have the ability to get access to some of those rare items that Dom spoke about in terms of the game mechanics. Further to that, a lot of the networkers are asking, well, what is availability to us in terms of the brand packs and the marketing collateral and the social media collateral? I can tell you, we've made a whole lot of content available so that you know when we drop a new pack, when we're dropping a new item, these items in terms of the digital assets are available to you. So this is just a light example of what's available in terms of social media. So you know you're positioning the right message from the brand in terms of StarVara assets through the StarHorizon network. Further to that, this is an example of what the in-game auction house would look like. So if you're asking the question, but I'm not a gamer, I'm a networker, how do I interact with the gamers within the economy? And that is certainly through the marketplace. So just as you're trading assets at the moment through the likes of OpenSea, some of the big platforms, Binance and such, you'll be able to do so through our in-game auction house. So if I've got the golden Poofa jacket and Dom's a gamer and he really wants to have access to it, you'll be able to trade it as a network. And just an amazing caveat, as you're buying these packs, you're also earning on your binary, which I'm going to touch on now in a minute. So the economics of it, very straightforward. Dom's already spoken about this. So is Greg, an innovative system in terms of subscription within the gaming layer, giving a really robust tokenomics that's really simple to understand. On the back of subscription burning with regards to the bond, we have a deflationary token, which is exciting for you as the networkers, because built into the packs from the pre-promotional side, we've given you VARA token vouchers that will be available in the weeks to come. From a binary perspective, on an earn point of view, I'm calling it the power of 5. I'm keeping it simple. On the one hand, you've got the love of everything StarHorizon. It's around the amazing product StarVara, which is what you're selling. It's around the commission that we'll show you in a minute. Certainly the recognition. It's not only around having virtual events, physical events on our roadmap. We will show you in the coming weeks on these corporate calls how that's going to translate into physical eventing and recognition. Certainly incentives that's more than just the binary program, and the sociability of it in terms of how you're going to be able to interact in this incredible StarHorizon open world soon to be launched. On the left-hand side, around the earn program, also keeping it simple so that you can sell it quite easily into your network. You can understand your earning ability. Just obviously referring back to the disclaimer on the earning side of it. It's around the velocity bonus. It's unlocking your fast start bonus as you're getting going. We're giving you the opportunity to earn your pack value back with the unlocking of 2 cells to your left, 2 cells to your right. The star bonus is the core to the binary. And then further to that, the matching bonus, ascension bonus pools, and Orionus bonus, which is my favorite, is really giving you value as you're climbing up on the ranks. Caveat to you folks, this is obviously phased. Alan will talk to you guys now in terms of us having the ability to bring this forward to you because of the power of the network and everyone on this call. So a lot of these components are being rolled out in the back office over the coming days and weeks. So it's very exciting. Make sure once you've onboarded yourself that you're constantly checking in the back office to see how you're ranking, see how you check matching on the matching bonus and falling into the different ascension pools. Right. So thank you very much, everyone. That's just a very passionate view in terms of where we're at from a StarHorizon point of view. I hope you liked the presentation, and yeah, looking forward to having you guys on board.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you, Nick.
One day, same day, as a pioneer. Go
ahead, Greg.
Yeah, no, thank you, Nick. Great presentation. As always, our Chief Marketing Officer is an old ad agency man. Also, another exciting part that we're bringing into this ecosystem are the strategic partnerships. So we're not just StarVara, the game. We're also games as a service. And I think the view is to build out an ever expansive ecosystem. So, we're starting off with 100 planets, but that's going to continually evolve into something a lot more magical, which we will be updating in the coming weeks. I'd like to just make a point on this call is that we are still in a pre-promotional phase. We've launched early on the product. Really what's happening here is about getting everyone excited about the project, getting them onboarded as quick as possible, because these seats are going to run out. We're going to be unveiling a lot of exciting news in the next couple of weeks, which we've held back on. It's all about just getting the process right, making sure the onboarding's right, going through all the normal teething problems of launching a tech product, which we are going through. So I know there are some frustrations which we're working on, but it will all be very seamless very soon. Really, the focus of this 2 to 3 month period now is getting the initial leaders onboarded, making sure that you secure your spot, because we're going to go live in March with our application, which is the first ticket to the open world, which will give you, the network, the access to this amazing open world experience. So what you see now as a back office is going to completely transform in the next 2 months. We're going to be launching something that's never been done before. It's going to be a first in network marketing with our distribution layer, which is tied into an opportunity in arguably the biggest industry now in the world, which is entertainment, gaming, eclipsing $200 billion. We're encompassing the whole segment. So it's very, very exciting. And when we launch this product, it's going to be completely transformative. So this is pre-promotional. This is the early stage phase where you got to get your spot. You got to come on to get your ticket to enter this amazing world that we're going to create and we're going to launch in March. So this is a very exciting time. Thank you for everyone on this call. We will be announcing more exciting promotions coming up. I know everyone's just had the New Year's Eve, and we're going into the new year with a lot of hope and aspirations, and we will be coming out strong in the next couple of weeks with some big announcements. So thank you very much for taking the time.
Thank you very much, Greg. It was an amazing call, guys. Nick, Dom, thank you very much. Just one reminder, I want to thank you everybody that was in this call. For those that have attended the call for first time, please go back to the person that have invited you to this call, and he will help you for the rest of our onboarding.